And then you go onto Twitter and you say, I made this great video reporting on this fantastic thing just for you, and you put it up. What happens? People see it, they click the link, and they go onto the video, and they click the link, and they go onto your affiliate product. Okay? It's just driving traffic. And that's all I do. My job is not an internet marketer. My job is I'm a traffic warden. And there you're Paul, I didn't see it. And he'll vouch for all this because Paul is actually better at this than I am. Right? No, this is what goes wrong. Everybody recognize it? This is what happens. We all run around like headless chickens. We become the kid in the candy store. We walk in and we come to seminars like this, right? And every product here is good. I'm not belittling one product here, but what happens is, I'm going to buy that product. We put our hand into the jar and we grab a big hand of sweets. And I'm going to go into that product and I'm going to buy a big hand of sweets. And now your hand is in the jar, and that hand's in the jar, and you've no sweets. Because what happens is, I'm going to do this. And this is all about your attitude. And I had to put this one in, because that's my father. Okay? The guy in the middle there is 73 years of age. Okay? He makes Bob Proctor look like Bob Proctor's on Prozac. Okay? This guy goes out and lives a life. He sings. We've been on the Christina, which is the Jackie Onassis' old boat. We've been everywhere. Okay? He goes to work every morning. Why? Because he doesn't want to sit at home and waste time. So he goes out and does what he loves, and he has a great life, and he enjoys it, and he makes enough money to keep him happy. So anything is possible. He's starting to market online with me. Okay? We're launching a product next year on how to teach people. My father is in the tile business. We're going to launch products, and don't steal the idea, online about how to fix your tiling around your bathroom, how to fix the tiling in your kitchen, how to retile. We're going to make videos of tilers that are out working for him, and we're going to stick it up, and he's going to make money over it. Why? Because everybody's going to stay at home and fix their own stuff because everybody's poor. Isn't that right? No, let's talk about that for a second before we go further. Who stole the money? I want to beat him. Because ironically, there's two amazing statistics that crack me up with this. One, we all hate the banks, don't we? They stole everything. But there's more money lodged today in Ireland in the banks than there ever was. But we hate the banks. So we're going to give them our money. Okay? Fear. And the other thing is, there is more cash, literally, printed money today in the world than there ever was. And next year, there's going to be more. Okay? We just don't have our bit of it. Or you don't, we might. Okay, now I'm going to do another bit of woo-woo bit. Okay? Work outside the box. Anyone watch The Apprentice? We need warriors. We need to work outside the box. What box? Who built the box? You did. If you want to get rid of the box, you go to John Flynn or you go to Pat Slattery down the back or Stevie, and they'll get rid of the box because there's no box. Box is the conditions that you put on yourself, and this is mindset. Before we go into it, the box is literally, oh, I can't do that. That's too hard. I can't do it. Can you make money online? Well, very simple. Can you send an email? Hands up who can send an email. All right. Who can go online and book their ticket with Bucket Air right now? Great. Congratulations, you're now qualified to be an internet marketer because you can outsource every other bit of it. Now, when I say outsource, and I heard it for the first time, and I was sitting where you were, I said, yeah, but if I had money, I could outsource, but I have no money. It's not expensive. You get a guy in India to put up your sales page for $70. Okay? That's what it costs, $70. So don't go to the pub, give up the cigarettes for a week, and you have it paid for. All right? It's all about finding the answers if you want to find the answers. So it's very, very simple. If you can literally, because I'm one of these guys. I go out and I do this to my car. It doesn't work. I take my AA card out of the pouch and I ring your man. And I get him to come fix it. And I go off and do something else. Because I don't care how it works. I don't need to know how it works. I know it works. How many people here can fix their own car? The engine fell out tomorrow. Could you fix your own car? But you all drive. You can't drive if you don't know how to fix your car. This is the same. Every fear that people put up about internet marketing is, oh, Jesus, if I press that button, it might explode. Well, press the button, see, does it explode? If it does, make a video, put it on YouTube, you make millions. There's no downside. Okay, so this is Rob from a very good friend of mine in the States, who you'll see later on. All right, this is the internet bankruptcy model, and you can see it was done in America. All right, we have multi-level marketing. Now, the pyramid business. I loved that 5 years, about 3-4 years, especially in Cork. Psst, psst. You give your man $5,000 in cash. You go over to Bulgaria in a month, and he gives you $60,000 on a briefcase. And they couldn't understand where the money was gone. Really. All right? They try to make money in the stock market, they try to make money in things, and real estate. And there's nothing wrong with these. But you have to focus on a strand to generate cash flow. Any Robert Kiyosaki fans? Cash flow is king. If you don't have cash, and that's the one thing we've forgotten, Ireland, me included, I was buying all these things, I was making all this great money, and it was all paper. Now I make cash, and now I have cash to go buy the stuff, And I don't care if it makes money on paper because it generates other cash, okay? So you've got to focus on one single strand. So what I did is this. I use all of these tools to generate me cash, okay? It's that simple. And the main one is building a list. Why do I like building a list? Because I can talk to people. I am kind of strange. I don't actually believe that personally I will go onto a website and buy something first time out. No, you will with Amazon, you will with recognized sites, but you know, if you talk to people and you create a relationship with people and they understand who you are and they understand that you're not selling them pure and unadulterated crap, will they come back to buy? Like, how many people go to the local shop rather than Dunn's? How many people get the bottle of milk, or they have bread delivered, or you have the bread man, you have your local person, because you're dealing with somebody. We all like dealing with people. It's the same online. And it's easier online to create a relationship with millions of people. It is actually easier now than it ever has been. Like, when I had a retail shop, I would have cut my arm off to know the name and address of every single person that came through my door. I do with internet marketing. And not only that, I know the name and address of everybody who's interested in what I'm selling. Okay? So this is not, like, does this sound very complicated theory to anybody? It's very, very simple. So let's go through. I love this page. This is the page that everybody goes, All right. Search engine. We'll go through that in a second. PPC, CPA, SEO. We hear SEO. SEO is the search engine optimization. Do you know what it does? Anybody know what SEO is? You can't put up your hand, neither can you. Anyone know what SEO does? You shut up. Smart arse. I don't either. I don't care because I pay a guy in India to do it, and it cost me $60. And he optimizes my pages, and he does all the stuff, and he comes back and says it works, and then I go onto Google 3 days later and see, did it work? Yeah, it works, great, you're kept. Doesn't? Bye-bye, next. Okay? So PPC and CPA, we'll go through that in a second. Articles and affiliate marketing. Jason will be talking to you some bit about articles tomorrow. Articles are the black science. You say to people, best way of generating traffic on site is to write an article. And everybody goes, I can't write. Well, I'm a Christian brother boy, okay? I took up martial arts at the age of 13 because I could break boards with my fist because I had a Christian brother conditioning them for the year prior to that because I was thick as shit, okay? And that was the label. Anybody can write an article. And if you can't, there are people that will do it. Do you know how much to get some articles written? It can cost you $50, it can cost you $3, it can cost you $10. Oh, but my article has to be perfect. Microsoft is the best example online of an online business. You know why? If Microsoft was perfect, we'd still be using DOS. And the other side of it, if you actually think of it as a business model, every time they do fuck up, excuse the French, we pay them more to fix it because we buy upgrades. Okay? Why do you think Bill Gates lives in this big mansion surrounded by 45,000 Dobermen? Like, that's the reason why. Okay? Affiliate marketing. Another great complicated black art. Affiliate marketing is you sell someone else's stuff. I can't make anything, so I sell somebody else's stuff. How do I do that? Well, you go to ClickBank, you go to pay.com, and you pick out stuff. Very simple. But you pick it out within a niche. And the goal, really, for me to get in your head is niche, okay? You got to pick your niche. And I'm going to say a non-PC thing, right? Pick something you love for the first one. Something that you're really happy with the content, that you really do know and you're very passionate about it, and it makes your juices flow. Do you know why? Are you going to make money over it? Honestly, no idea. We can do the keyword research and find out. You may or may not. Doesn't bother me because this is a 10-week program with me anyway. It doesn't actually bother me that you don't make money. I know this is horrible. But the minute if you do something you love, the content isn't an issue. So you're not focused on the content, you're focused on the system. And if you learn list building and how to drive traffic to your site and how to get people there, you can put it into any niche, or a million niches, or a quadrillion niches, whatever turns you on. You can do whatever you want because that system will work now, the same as it did 5 years ago, the same as it did 20 years ago. All that happens is the rules get tweeted every now and again. Google will change the rules and the rest of it. All right, you social media went into opt-in sales page. I'll show you some of those there in a sec. So let's go to search engine. And everybody goes search engine and search engine optimization. Okay, it's very thing. This is Google. Everybody knows Google? All right. Some of you would have seen this before me. Up here on top where the red is and down there in the blue, that's where Google makes the wanga. Okay? Every time someone clicks on one of those links, Google make money. Not necessarily you do, but Google do. So Google give you every tool free called keyword Google keyword tool. All right, you go in and look it up. It's free of charge, and they'll give you every statistic you want to know about what you're looking at, because they want you to take a pay-per-click campaign. Here is the challenge. This is the free bit, right? Down there, where it's not highlighted, that's the free bit. That's where you want to get to on your keyword. Now, I'm not going to beat up keywords, because if you don't get there, people say, oh, I'm going into a very competitive niche. I'm in a very competitive niche. I'm in the internet marketing niche. You couldn't get a more competitive niche, because I'm up against the guys who wrote the book. All right? I don't really care where I get up there, because there's 25,000 million gazillion different ways to drive traffic to a website. It's not complicated. You just got to know how. So what is list building? It's talking to people who are interested in what you have to say and what you want to sell, because you've gone into a niche. That's all it is. It's done with a thing called an autoresponder. An autoresponder is your new best friend. Okay, what happens is you put a code on a piece of paper on the website, right? People put their name in, their email address, it goes into an autoresponder, and I write to my current list, which is 16,500 people. Do you know how long that takes me to write to 16,500 people? How long would you think? An hour, a month, a week? 6 minutes? Because I write one email and I put in dear bracket, F name, bracket. And every one of their first names, the software recognizes that that's their first name, and it puts it in. So you get an email saying, dear David, dear Frank, dear Tom, dear Sean, dear whoever. So it personalizes it down. And then people say, oh, I'm going to set up my 25 autoresponders. Say, thank you for joining my site. Thank you for this. I don't do any of that. I literally write an email every day pushing out an affiliate product. Because I want my people on my list to do one of two things: buy or go away. And I'm kind of unique internet terms in that. I don't want them on it if they don't want to buy. I don't want them on it if they're not interested. There's no point in talking to them. So you drive people, you send out your stuff, they click on a link, it's either my product or somebody else's product. And what happens? They buy, I get a check. All right? No, this isn't rocket science. Okay, just because it's on the internet and it's on a box, it sounds all confusing, but it really isn't, right? And the other great thing is, Christmas is coming, so I'll go higher value stuff now twice a week for the next 3 months or for the next 3 weeks, and make the money I want to make to look after. Because if you excuse the expression, black ears, Santi doesn't come in our house, he's multiple orgasms. 5 kids is not cheap. So we go way off, and the kids get what they want, okay? And it gives me the choices, and I'm able to control, and I'm able to work from home. You have no idea the freedom for me for working from home. It's absolutely amazing. All right? No, a lot of people don't want to work from home, and that's fine. I actually like it. Okay, so an opt-in page. You want to see an opt-in page? Here's mine. There you go. Guess who's promoting Ireland there? Right? This is it. And down at the bottom here, pat your pointers, Losey. Down at the bottom here, you see email and first name. So anybody who comes and reads that, puts their name and email address in, I get to write to them for as long as they want. Because at the end of every email that I send out, there is an unsubscribe link. So I'm not spamming anybody. I don't believe in spam. I think it's the wrong way to go. You'll just annoy people. And on top of that, if you deal with an autoresponder like I do, which I contact, and you get known for spamming, you get kicked off. Okay? And you want to get a lot of the free autoresponders are fine when you're starting out, but invest the money. It's $9 for up to 500 people. I checked it this morning, right? It's $9 a month to talk to 500 people properly. And you get very good open rates, because the business actually then becomes statistical. You want open rates, you want to know how many people are reading your emails, you want to see how many people click. All right? More people that open, the more people that click, the more money you make. So the bigger your list, the more people that click, the more money you make. So what's my job? Drive traffic to there. And ironically, you're going to see, I did a split test with a good friend of mine in America, a guy called Matt Basic, who made 16.5 million this year online so far, right? And the Irish angle was twice the opt-in rate of his, okay? So if you can create a brand for yourself, do. Not just you, but also a brand, and anything. You'll see a friend of mine that's coming up with one of my students later on, and I have him set up as the grey-haired marketer for the simple reason that, a lot of people are concerned that it's all spotty kids that are online and it's all for something. Martin is an old fella. He's able to show you how to get online. It works. So you just got to find, from a marketing perspective, something that's going to work literally for you. All right, there's my sales page. That's a video, okay? That you go in and you sit through, and you sit through it for 14 minutes, you give me money. All right, that's on my ebook. So let's talk about social media. Are we doing on time? We're rocking. The social media is a traffic god, okay? Do you know why? It's free. It does not cost you a single cent. It just costs you some time. So, let's say you do an article. Does everybody understand what an article is? An article is a title with 250 to 500 words about the topic you're talking about with keywords inserted in it. And if you use, this is another thing to write down, if you go into Google and you put in your keyword on the actual search engine and you see options, click options, you see a thing called Wonder Wheel. Keep clicking Wonder Wheel, it'll give you enough titles for articles for the rest of your life because Wonder Wheel drills down. As I said, Google give you all the tools. And people talk about other search engines, Google's are king, so just worry about Google. If you write an article, you put it up on easymarticles.com or SearchWarp or any of the multiple articles, how much is it? It's free. Okay? No, if you want to send it to the 1,700 article sites, both 1,700, isn't it? 1,700 article sites. If you want to send it across to the 1,700 article sites, you can go on and get a piece of software, or you can go onto a website that'll do it automatically for you. But easymarticles.com is the king. It's the most respected, it's the most policed, and it does it, and it's free. So then what you do is you take your easymarticles.com article, after it's been approved, you do right-click, copy and paste, you go into your blog, and you put it in your blog. So one article up in your blog. You're ready for this now, right? Got to concentrate. Put it up in your blog, and what happens? You've now reused it. So then you go to Dig and Reddit, which are social bookmarking sites, okay, which are basically news sites, and you put the link for your blog up in there. All the time attached to this is your opt-in link. So now one article has gone to 4 places. And then the real good bit is that Dig and Reddit, because they're very nice people, will automatically update your Twitter, your LinkedIn, your Facebook account, the whole lot. So I do one article, I let it run for 7-10 days, I then take it after it and that's important that you do it after that has been approved by Easyme, because Easyme don't like having any other articles out there of the same content, and you put it up. So one piece of work, I get 5 things. Get me good side now, will you? Donna's taking the picture. All right? That's how you tie the whole thing together. And as I said, ping.fm. I get 8 to 10 friend requests every day, and I'm going to tell you another social media little trick that I've learned, right? When you join first, people say, how'd you get so many people? Join every group you're asked to. Because people will ask you to meet, to talk to them. You just got to join every group that you're asked to. Then afterwards, you can delete half of them. But if it's Jesus loves dogs, probably you're better off not joining it. But like they're, especially within, if you're in a niche, if you're in a business niche or you're in the weight loss niche, and I'm going to give you 3 words: sex, God, and money. Okay? For your niche research, sex, God, money. That's not porn, all right? Because porn is actually no smaller than social media, which is amazing, because they were the biggest investors online. Sex, God, money. Anything to do with sex, weight, how pretty I am, how gorgeous I am. Don't I look good now? All right? Thanks very much. You lie very well. Okay? Money, how to make money, how to improve my life. Okay? And God. And God is spiritual. God is what I lovingly call, John Block years, the tree huggers. Okay? The woo-woo stuff. Stevie, like, fantastic. I actually believe 100% in what they're saying, but it took me a long time to get there, right? I was kind of sitting there going, fuck, these guys are off their chuck. But that actually works. An awful lot of people are trying to, as the Americans say, we're trying to find ourselves. Didn't know you were lost, but fair play to you. You know, and away you go. But like, they're the 3 major niches online. Okay? And you can go in any one of those, and then you sub-niche. And another trick. When you go into Google Keyword Tool, everybody goes for the 2 million. Everybody goes for the 10 million. Everybody goes for the 20 million. Do you know what you're doing with the 2 million, 10 million, 20 million? You're wasting your money. If there's 100, as Sean wrote said earlier, if there's 100 people, I normally aim for anything under 100,000 as my keyword. Okay? 10,000 is lovely, 5,000 is gorgeous. Okay? And also on Google, you see there's Google Local and there's Google Global. All right? Local, in Ireland terms, is not Dublin or Cork, it's Ireland. Okay? We're too small for Google to worry about us. All right? So it is Ireland. But that's the number of people that have looked up that term. Now, if you can think that if you can get a keyword with, let's say we go back to the dog training. If you can get a keyword that says how to train your dog in 3 easy days, and that's the other trick online, everything is odd numbers. Don't know why, it works. Don't ask. No idea, it works. How to train your dog in 3 days, or 3 easy steps to train your dog. And dog training was 100,000 people, and you get 10% of them to turn up. You got 10,000 people went on your article. Okay? So people always head for the big stuff. Don't head for the big stuff, because that's where the big boys are playing. Head for the small stuff and take it away. So the morals of the story is, don't make it harder than it needs to be. This is what I've learned over the last 2 years and a lot of money. I made it too hard When I started, I had to write my own ebook. Had to. So I wrote my own ebook. It's a good ebook, I think, in it. Right? So I wrote it. Fantastic. Great. But I didn't need to. Now, if you come on with what I'm going to show you later on, you're going to go on to ClickBank, you're going to pick an affiliate product, and you're going to use their sales page, and you're going to drive traffic to your opt-in. Because what I want you to get used to is how to get people to your opt-in. That's what's important.